Kalisha brought the Dundervent chocolate to Distaff Day. And I have
almost got charged twice for this.
a crunchy bit, which has caramel in it. Home. If you saw, of course you saw the rest of the vlog before watching this. I had the opportunity to go to Distaff Day in Orlando, which is probably the closest thing Florida gets to a yarn festival, and I was there all day. I went with my lovely friends Marisi and Maria, and I got to see Kalisha of the Quirky Monday Craft Cast there, which was so exciting. And so it was like 2 hours away from where I live in St. Petersburg. I would say in the morning it only took like an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 45 minutes to get there, just because there was no traffic at all. But on the way home it was a little bit more. So Maria came to my house and we went and picked up Marisi, and then we went and got coffee, and then we drove all the way there. And it was really nice. There was vendors, there were so many tables where everyone was just sitting and knitting. I'm wearing my Ariana cardigan because of course I'm wearing my Ariana cardigan. It's my favorite thing I've ever made. And it was like a big hit. Like, people really loved this cardigan, and of course they did, not because it's so special because I made it, but because it's just beautiful crochet lace and it's my favorite thing ever. And I am a little scratchy because I've done a lot of talking today and a lot of laughing and a lot of being loud, and I'm very tired all of a sudden. It is only 7 p.m. I just got home. So the event started at 10. I want to say we got there at like 10:15, and then I think it was supposed to end around 3, but there were still a bunch of people there, so we stayed until like 4:30. I think we stayed about till 4:30, 4:45, and then it was kind of winding down. So we packed up, drove home, and dropped everybody off, and now I'm home, and I just want to show you what I got. So first of all, Maria, who is a Diary Behind Fat Bunny Yarn, was the sweetest and gave me these little stitch markers, which I'm not really gonna be able to show you very well. You can see that one. They're Harry Potter related. Let me see if I can turn any of them over. This one says Mischief Managed. Let's see. This one, the lighting is not great in here, so I can't really read it. But they're all Harry Potter related. This one is the Marauders map, which I just really love them. I'm so excited to put them on my projects for the Wizarding Mal 2020. The project that I worked on while I was there was my Just Feel Better shawl, which is a free pattern by Kalisha of the Quirky Monday Craft Cast, which was so great. And I have finally started adding my third color to that, so very excited. Because my husband's Gramps cardigan is done, minus buttons, I am finally getting back to crochet, and I have been dying to crochet. Like, I am so over knitting. Knitting is not my favorite anyways, and having to knit almost exclusively on that thing for like 4 weeks straight, killing me. So I got like 4 inches done on the Just Feel Better shawl, and I just started fading in the third color, so very excited about that. And then there's gonna be some rustling, so you're gonna have to bear with me because I have a bag. I have some yarn. So there was this free table there where people brought yarn that they did not want anymore, and so I picked up a couple of things. One is this little mohair. It's probably, I would say maybe 20 to 30 grams of mohair, which I just think it's beautiful, and I think it would be perfect held double for a hat. So I picked that up, and then I got 2 of these off of the free table. This is a cone of lace weight, 100% acrylic gray yarn. Like, I've never seen acrylic yarn this thin. So I have 1 cone and then a slightly smaller cone. So I'm thinking what I will do is probably hold it double, because I think if I hold it double, it'll make about a fingering weight yarn, maybe a light fingering, and this is definitely enough for a cardigan, even held double. So that's exciting. Thank you to whoever did not want this. When I was looking at it on the free table, because there was a couple of cones in other colors that I just didn't, they were just like little bits and pieces of cones. They were almost empty, and then there was these 2 gray ones, and I picked them up and I was like, wow, like no one has wanted these yet? Because it had already been like an hour and a half before I made my way over there. And the lady standing there was like, well, it's acrylic. And I was like, so what? Do you know like most of what I make is in acrylic? This is amazing. So, okay, no fiber shaming here. That's not acceptable. But I made one purchase, and I have to get it out to show you all of it, because this is my yarn budget for the entire year pretty much. This yarn is the softest yarn, and it's just the most beautiful, and I bought it specifically because I want to make a cardigan, probably lace. I don't know what pattern, so I'm going to hold on to it for a little while until it's perfect, but it is Emma's yarn, and it's a super silky base, so 80% superwash merino, 20% silk, 400 yards for 100 grams, and it's the colorway Elephant. And if I get too close, it kind of blows out the screen a little bit, but because the lighting is not great in here, it's this beautiful gray, and I bought 6 of them. So 3 of them were paid for by the little bit of Christmas money that I got and the money that I have been hoarding for 7 months from a commission that I did last year. And the other 3, I just want to send a huge thank you to everyone who has purchased one of my patterns in 2019. I was able to purchase the other 3 skeins of this because of your support of this podcast and my patterns, and that just really it's so wonderful, and I can't wait to use this beautiful yarn. It will certainly be the most luxurious thing I have ever made or owned in my life. I've never made a sweater like that before. I'm thinking it has to be a lace cardigan, but we'll see. I'm gonna just sit and pet it for a while. It is seriously, it is so soft, so soft. So I'm absolutely thrilled with that purchase. One thing I noticed is, because there was quite a few yarn vendors there, and one thing I noticed was that they really didn't have sweater quantities of yarn. So this was the only sweater quantity of yarn that I saw that was, and it just happened to be the perfect color for me. There was another vendor that had beautiful yarn, and it was a little bit less expensive than this yarn, and I would have bought yarn from her, but the most she had was 2 skeins in any given colorway, and I was like, unless I'm doing color work or something, like I need, one of my things that I need in my life is solid colored or tonal fingering weight yarn. I don't need that one special skein because I'm trying to make garments. So I don't know, I just thought that was really interesting. There was probably five yarn vendors there, maybe 6, and they all seem to not really have sweater quantities of yarn. And I mean, I understand we're in Florida, but like people like to knit sweaters, right? So that was really lovely. I'm so thrilled with this yarn. It is like gold to me. Like, I'm gonna protect this yarn with my life. And I got to meet some viewers of the podcast, which was super, super exciting. I don't know if you want me to say your name, so I won't, but you know who you are. That was lovely to meet you guys, and it was just wonderful to spend the day crocheting with friends and talking, and to see Kalisha. Hi, Kalisha! And I'm just really, really excited, and it's been kind of a wonderful day. So definitely looking forward to going again next year. And I'm going to sign off here because even though it's 7:15, I'm really, really tired. I have a little bit of cleanup to do because there's just a mess in here. I still haven't taken the Christmas stuff down. I'm going to have to do that probably tomorrow night. And I have a big day tomorrow, which I will tell you more about on the next podcast. So I will sign off, and I will see you guys later.